Hey everybody, Mr. Macintosh here, and in today's news video I'm going to talk about how Apple has just announced an AirPods Pro service program for sound issues. Over the last couple of months, some users have complained how their AirPods Pro will have cracking or static sounds that increase in loud environments, and also that active noise cancellation is not working as expected. Apple has recognized this and launched this new service program. I'm going to talk about everything that you need to know about it, along with how to make an appointment to get your AirPods Pro serviced for free if you're having any of these issues. Let's jump in and get started. Let me first go over how Apple usually works service programs. Service programs were created if Apple finds and has enough reports from users that there's some sort of a manufacturing defect in their products. So over the past couple of years, maybe let's say a MacBook Pro has had like GPU issues in the past, and they would launch a service program for certain models within a certain serial number range over the last couple of years. So what you would do is you would go to the site and enter in your serial number, and you would find out if your MacBook Pro was a part of that. And that's a perfect example of a service program. And if it was, Apple would replace it for free or fix it under those certain conditions. This is a little bit different though. Apple does not have a website set up yet. All they have is this article here to kind of talk to you about the program. So you can't type in your AirPod Pro serial number yet to see if you're actually a part of this. All they're saying is that affected units were manufactured before October of 2020. Now, if you know a little bit about AirPods Pro, you know that they were launched on October 30th in 2019. So that's over a year. So if you think about it, almost every single pair of AirPod Pro could be affected by this when they're saying before October 2020. There might be a small amount within this last month that they've made a change in the manufacturing process. So you could basically say over the last 11 months, AirPods Pro were built during that time, they could be affected. So if your AirPods are working fine right now, you don't even have to worry about it. But if you are having the following issues, this might be a good time to contact Apple support. And I'll go into that a little bit later. So let's talk about the problem. So if your AirPods Pro are crackling with static sounds that increase in loud environments with exercise or while talking on your phone, that is the number one problem. The number two problem that could be affected by this is active noise canceling not working as expected, such as a loss of bass sound or an increase of background sound such as street or airplane noise. Now, if you're having that, Apple's instructing you to contact an authorized service provider, and they will service the AirPod Pro left or right or both free of charge. Now, notice this, they say that other AirPod models are not a part of this program. So AirPods Generation 1 and AirPods Generation 2 are not a part of this program, only AirPod Pros. So let's jump right into the service process. So again, let's say you're having this issue and you want to get these serviced, right? What you can do is you can find an authorized service provider, and I'll put a link in the description to this website so you can go here and find one. Now, this could be in any Apple store or a third-party service center that is authorized to do Apple repairs. You can also make an appointment in Apple retail store or contact Apple support. So there's multiple ways to do this. And like I said, there's no real way to kind of check to see if you're a part of this. You either have the problem or you don't. And again, like I said, not every AirPod Pro is affected like this. If your AirPod Pros are working fine, you don't have to worry about this right now. The good thing is, though, is as I mentioned earlier, additional information. This worldwide program doesn't extend the standard warranty coverage of AirPods Pro. The program covers affected AirPods Pro for 2 years after the first retail sale of the unit. So I'll give you an example. Usually Apple only gives a 1 year warranty for all their products for free if you don't get Apple Care. Now, so let's say you bought AirPods Pro when they first came out in October of 2019. That means that you are probably almost at the point of where your warranty is going to expire. So you would be out of luck. But that's what the service program's for. So you are basically covered for a whole nother year of service. So let's say next year you start getting the crackling sound in March. You are covered under this program. So it's really nice that they extended the warranty. So if your AirPods Pro do start to have problems, they will be covered. So let's go over. I wanted to talk about how some of the reactions, and I've actually was able to find some people that have already contacted Apple support on Twitter. So let's pull up one of those conversations. This person here was able to actually get a chat going with Apple Care to be able to talk about the issue. So what they're saying is that you really have to go in and get them inspected first. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm just having this and they're going to send you new ones. They actually have to bring them in, test them out, make sure that they're a part of this actual program, and then they'll send you a brand new one. Now, and that's what they're going to do in the store. They'll actually run a couple tests, and if they find out that they're bad, they will replace them. So the other thing I wanted to mention though is that the case will not be part of it, and also it won't be a pair. Both AirPod sets, the left and the right, have to be malfunctioning, maybe together or only one. So if one's working and one's not working, they'll only do the left or the right. Let's look at this interaction here. This person contacted them, and they gave the serial number. They looked it up so they could see that it was in the database, and then they told that the support that they're on the latest iOS version 14.1. So that's what they're going to do. So keep in mind, if you're not in the latest OS, they're going to ask you, hey, are you on the latest iOS? So you're going to have to explain that to them, and then they're going to kind of go over some troubleshooting things first, just to make sure that they can't get them fixed before they replace them. And this is what any company is going to do. So as you can see, they kind of ask you, oh, hey, did you make sure you clean the mesh around the AirPods Pro? Sometimes the active noise cancellation can be affected by debris in the AirPods Pro. So if you clean that up and it fixes it, hey, you're good to go. But if not, then we can move on to the next part. So I've got another picture here of that same interaction, and you can see here that this was approved over the chat support. Your part will be shipped to you soon. That part that you requested is being prepared for shipment. And look, this person got their left and their right AirPod Pro replaced for them. That's one. And then here's another interaction here with support that shows that their repair status. You can see the do-it-yourself service, and the part is already pending shipment, but this person only had a defect in the right side. So that person's going to get only one star. Now, keep in mind, though, if you don't go into the store, this situation is a little bit different, and I'll explain why. They're not going to just ship you out a free one. You will have to put your old one in the box and ship it back to Apple. Now, the other caveat is that you will have to basically pay for the replacement with your credit card authorization before they'll send it to you. Now, keep in mind, again, they're doing this so they don't get scammed. They're not just going to say, oh, well, you get some beat up AirPods and you just want to get free replacements. You're going to send back the old one. They will test it, and as long as they receive it and it's in a part of it, they will refund you every last dime of the credit card authorization. So if you think about it, this is a pretty good program, and Apple is, again, the users have been complaining about this for a couple months now. It's really great that they're coming out and they're saying, hey, we're going to get this fixed right. And it also sounds like they've fixed the manufacturing defect sometime in October, so new models are not going to have this error in the future. Again, that's only speculation, but when they mention October, before October of 2020, you have to think that that's probably exactly what happened. Again, if you guys are having this issue, let me know in the comments. Did you talk to Apple Care? Did you get your AirPods replaced? Did you just hear about this? Let me know. I'm really excited to hear how this works for you guys. I hope this video helped you out, and we'll talk to you on the next video. Thanks a lot.